Alrighty, happy Monday. Here is our gorgeous bell ringer. We're talking about the rock cycle, which we haven't talked about in a hot minute. So yeah, let's do a little refresher, remind ourselves of what's even going on here. So it says a student constructs a diagram to show the processes and forces in the rock cycle that transform one rock type to another rock type. So just a reminder here, whenever we're looking at any type of cycle, any type at all that involves specifically arrows or things becoming something new, we're always going to have the original, or what we are starting out with, pointing toward the new item, okay? So in this case, when we see metamorphic, pointing toward igneous, we are talking about a metamorphic rock becoming an igneous rock. Or when the igneous rock is pointing toward metamorphic, it's becoming a metamorphic rock. Sweet. So how should the student label the processes X and Y? So we see from metamorphic to igneous, we have an X. And let's just write from igneous to metamorphic. We have that labeled as Y. Okay, I think it's a little bit easier if we separate it so we don't get lost in it, okay? So basically what we have to remember here is how on earth do we make an igneous rock and how do we make a metamorphic rock? Now for me, I personally feel like the metamorphic is the easiest to remember because no matter what, when you are talking about a metamorphic rock being made, you are going to need that heat and that pressure, to make that metamorphic rock. So anytime we have an arrow pointing toward metamorphic, we know that we are going to label that as heat and pressure, or pressure and heat, whatever order they put it in. So Y for us is going to be heat and pressure because Y is going over igneous becoming metamorphic. So let's look up here at our options. Here we have Y as weathering and erosion. That ain't gonna be it. Here we have Y as pressure and sedimentation. Nope. Up here we have Y as melting and cooling. Nope. And this last one we have Y as heat and pressure. So already we've narrowed it down to just D because we figured out just Y. So that's pretty easy. But let's check on X just to make sure we're thinking about this clearly. X says melting and cooling. So that is going to be absolutely true whenever we are making an igneous rock because X is on the arrow from metamorphic to igneous. So we're changing a metamorphic rock into an igneous rock. That igneous rock forms by any lava or magma being melted down. So if it's already in a solid, like it would be in a metamorphic rock, it's melting down and cooling so it can harden to form that new igneous rock. So yes, absolutely. To make igneous, we're melting and cooling. To make metamorphic, we are using that heat and pressure.